On a recent visit home, I made steak and gravy with my stepfather. Rice and gravy is a staple in Louisiana households, and I have fond memories of eating it over and over again growing up. You want to start off with 1 onion, 1 bell pepper, and 1 or 2 stalks of celery. We put some olive oil in the bottom of this black iron skillet. You could also use canola oil or vegetable oil. We used a package of beef chuck eye steak. This one we got at Whole Foods. We seasoned it with Tony's sasheries. We had the no salt variety on hand, so later on we added salt to the steak as well. We put the stove on medium heat and we added the steak to the hot pan. Once they were in the pan, we added a little more Tony's. Allowed it to cook long enough to sear on one side, and then we flipped it over. Once they're seared on both sides, you can pull them out, set them on a plate. It's okay that they're rare on the inside still because they're going to continue cooking when we add them back to the gravy. Now you want to add the vegetables back to the pan where you cooked the steak. You want them to cook in that fat. That's going to be the good flavor that we want. So we add our onion, bell pepper, and celery at this point. And we just stir the onions, bell pepper, and celery until it gets all coated in that good fat. It's going to be so delicious. Once it's all well coated in oil and fat, you go ahead and add a little bit of water, just to about 1/4 of the pan. You don't want to fill it up with water at this point. At this point, we sliced up our steak. You can see it looks really good. We added a little more Tony's at this point to our pan with our veggies and our oil and fat. We add a little more water at this time. We fill it up to about half the height of the pan. We're ready to add our steak. Look at that beautiful steak going into the pan. We're going to put the heat back up to high at this point so that we can let it all cook together and combine those lovely flavors. Once it comes back up to a boil, we're going to lower the heat, cover it, and let it simmer for a while. Once it's cooked for about 20 minutes, you can take the lid off and let it cook down. You want it to cook down, let some of that water cook out, and that'll form the nice gravy that we want. We let it come back to a boil so that we could get a thicker gravy, but you can take it to whatever thickness or thinness that you want. Of course, you've got to have your rice ready. So here it is. We let it cook to this consistency. This is how we like it. Some people like it a little thicker, a little less thick. So you cook it to your desired state. Bon appétit. Merci.